Real Madrid is the lone perfect team left in Spain's La Liga after 4 matches of the new season. The defending Spanish and European champions are nevertheless on maximum points after a narrow 2-1 win over a spirited Real Betis side on Saturday. Betis saw its own perfect record spoiled by the loss, which was decided by a Rodrigo goal in the 65th minute after the teams exchanged goals in the first half. Second half sub Fede Valverde helped create the goal just 1 minute after coming into the match, serving up his Brazilian teammate for the winner. The visitors started the match well, however after they were denied on a penalty shout, they conceded the opener to Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. The Brazilian star beat the offside trap to run onto a ball over the top, and his control and lofted shot over the keeper were exquisite, winning the applause of a loud Santiago Bernabéu crowd eager to see its team again after over 100 days since the last home match. Former Real Madrid player Sergio Canales equalized later in the first half on a play that started off a throw-in. Teammate Borja Iglesias laid the ball off to him in the box, and Canales unleashed a first-time shot that beat Real Madrid keeper Thibaut Courtois. As the game wore on, Real Madrid had greater control of the match, and they had multiple looks. Vinicius had a wide-open look that he sent high from point-blank range, a Rodrigo cross hit the corner of the goal, and an Aurelien Tchouaméni header was saved off the line by goalkeeper Rui Silva. Betis had its streak of 5 straight undefeated matches at the Bernabéu snapped by the loss, and they were not helped by the early damage suffered by Nabil Fekir, who seemed to get hurt on a play for which he was hoping for a penalty. Despite the fight back for the momentary 1-1 equalizer, they seemed increasingly overmatched as the game progressed. Carlo Ancelotti shows magic touchman management is one of the strengths of the Italian coach, and it has helped Real Madrid get the most out of its squad. For this game, he rotated some key elements of the side, giving young Rodrigo a confidence-boosting start and handing the 2 fullback spots to fresh starters. In the interim, Ancelotti was able to give Toni Kroos, Antonio Rudiger, and Fede Valverde a bit of a breather. They all came on as second-half subs, and his introduction of the Uruguayan Valverde delivered within a couple of minutes. He helped create the decisive second goal with a run into the attack that ultimately broke down the Betis backline which had resisted until that point. Aurelien Tchouaméni was once again masterful in the Casemiro deep midfielder role, covering ground, making key interventions, and getting plays started. His positioning and feel for the game shone through, and he even had a header in the box which could have resulted in a goal, if not for a magnificent save. Meanwhile, his central midfield partner Eduardo Camavinga struggled to leave an imprint on the match. Camavinga's second-half replacement, Fede Valverde, and veteran midfielder Luka Modric highlighted what he lacked, a wish to get forward and combine. In fairness, the match often saw the front three of Vinicius, Benzema, Rodrigo operating as a separate unit from the rest of the team. However, Camavinga needs to want to be part of them in the attack instead of gazing them do their thing. As Real Madrid grabbed control of the game, a few runs out of midfield could have helped finish off an attack or two. There's a clear gap in attacking quality between these two squads, and this will continue to hurt Betis in future head-to-head challenges against the top sides they need to beat out to a top 4 place. It did not help Real Betis that creative force Nabil Fekir left the match injured inside the first quarter of an hour, however the rest of the cast was ineffective. Sergio Canales came up with the goal and one breakaway run, however he was inconsistent, and Tchouaméni was easily neutralized. Without extra help, Borja Iglesias was left to combat alone when he could have used more support. Forget the attack. Manuel Pellegrini's side would have benefited from his attackers at least winning a foul or two and giving his team a breather to reduce the pressure of the multiple waves of Madrid attacks. For a squad with a budget like Real Betis, game management is a key route to gain an edge and snag a result or two against the big boys. 95th minutes, in stoppage time there is a controversial play in the Real Madrid box. Borja Iglesias appeared to get to the ball before Thibaut Courtois, who made contact with him. No call from the referee. 80th minutes, subs, Real Madrid. Dani Ceballos for Rodrigo and Toni Kroos for Luka Modric. There are nonetheless 10 minutes left, and Real Betis are going for it. 76th minutes hydration break and Real Madrid are about to make more subs. 75th minutes, great stop by Thibaut Courtois on a shot by Argentine midfielder Guido Rodriguez. 71st minutes, Manuel Pellegrini makes 3 substitute Aider Rubel for Youssouf Sabaly at right back. Joaquin for Juanmi and Willian Jose for Andres Guardado. 65th minutes, goal Real Madrid. Just a minute after coming on, Fede Valverde makes a run into the box and serves up a ball close to the penalty spot for Rodrigo, who scores his first of the season. 64th minutes, sub, Real Madrid. Federico Valverde comes on for Eduardo Camavinga, who has had a subpar game. 62nd minutes, things are picking up for Real Betis. Borja Iglesias with a shot in the Madrid box and Eder Militao applies the sliding block and celebrates his own defensive play. 53rd minutes, this game is wild. After Betis left back Alex Moreno gets a shot on goal, Real Madrid answers back with a risky combination between Benzema and Vinicius, and then a shot from Luka Modric. Some awesome action. 49th minutes, Real Madrid chance. Karim Benzema was all alone at the far post, however his sliding deflection bounces strangely and is cleared off the Betis line. The ball went off Benzema's arm in the process, and the referee calls a free kick. 46th minutes, the second half kicks off, and it resumes where it left off with Real Madrid on the front foot. Real Betis began so well, however then the half seemed to unravel for the visitors when they did not get a penalty, they allowed a goal, and Nabil Fekir had to leave the match injured. But credit to them for never backing down and eventually getting the 1-1 equalizer on a play that started with a throw-in. But Real Madrid came on strong as the minutes went by, and they had Betis on their heels in their own box. A couple of misses, a couple of terrible set pieces, and some suitable defensive plays from Betis meant that Madrid could not find a second. At least for now. Real Betis remained threat on the 45th minutes, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Real Madrid are making plays. First it was Eder Militao who stuffed Sergio Canales on a breakaway attempt. Then Aurelien Tchouaméni made a fantastic play in midfield to earn the applause in his home debut. 44th minutes, Real Madrid are closing out the half strong. They have possession, they're combining well in attack, and Betis cannot get on the ball. One criticism of Madrid is that their set pieces have left something to be desired. 32nd minutes, Real Madrid are the more dangerous of the two sides now. The home team goes vertical at speed, and the front three are developing issues. Rui Silva is on his toes. 26th minutes, yellow card Betis. It's Edgar who gets it for protests after he thought he was fouled in the match. 20th minutes, two tremendous possibilities for Real Madrid. First, Vinicius Jr. fires high with only the goalkeeper to beat. Then moments later an Aurelien Tchouaméni header is swatted away by Betis keeper Rui Silva. Spectacular stop. 13th minutes, goal Real Betis. What a game we have. On a throw-in into the Real Madrid box, Iglesias lays it off to Canales, who fires past Courtois. The ex-Real Madrid man does not celebrate. It's 1-1. 11th minutes, sub, Real Betis. What a flip of events. Nabil Fekir appears to have picked up an injury, and he is out with Luis Enrique changing him. It appears like Fekir hurt himself on the disputed penalty shout. 9th minutes, goal, Real Madrid. Just like that, a ball over the top finds Vinicius Jr. on the edge of the offside trap, he brings it down and then lofts it over the Betis keeper. Classy goal. 6th minutes, Betis playmaker Nabil Fekir goes down in the Madrid box. But it seemed like he was searching for that contact. No whistle from the referee, and no VAR intervention. 5th minutes, Real Betis have began with personality and 2 solid attacking actions already. Betis left back Alex Moreno could not control the ball to bring an end-one action, and Real Madrid right back Dani Carvajal stopped the other in the box. 1st minutes, we're off. Real Betis kick us off. Vinicius Jr. with a nutmeg on his first touch. 5 minutes from kickoff, teams are out on the field. Andres Guardado wearing the captain's armband for Sevilla. Karim Benzema has it for the home team. There are 2,000 Betis followers at the stadium. They have work to do to drown out the Real Madrid crowd excited to be back at their home. 45 minutes from kickoff, here's a look at the Santiago Bernabeu with a good chunk of that blue tarp finally removed. The south side section of tarp remains. 75 minutes from kickoff, Real Madrid followers feel like there is something of a hex on the team when it comes to facing Real Betis at the Bernabeu. This tweet probably best sums up their scoring struggles. 100 minutes from kickoff, Real Madrid released their lineup 2 hours earlier than the match as opposed to customary 1 hour, and Carlo Ancelotti made some changes. Something's got to give today with 2 perfect teams facing off. There's solely one other club nonetheless sporting a perfect record throughout Europe's top 5 leagues. 120 minutes from kickoff, it's been 106 days since the last match played by Real Madrid at their Santiago Bernabeu home. Real Betis were the last team to visit the Bernabeu last season, and they will be the first this season. More importantly for Real Madrid fans, their team is winless the last 5 instances that Betis have visited. Real Madrid are generally healthy, however, with the UEFA Champions League coming up in midweek at Celtic, Carlo Ancelotti makes 2 changes to the lineup. Rodrigo is in for Federico Valverde, while Eduardo Camavinga starts in midfield with Toni Kroos on the bench. Dani Carvajal and Ferland Mendy also take up the fullback roles. Los Blancos additionally get Nacho Fernandez back on the bench, and his return will be handy with reserve defender Jesus Vallejo out. Right back Alvaro Adriazola is additionally not in the squad and hasn't featured in La Liga play this season. Real Betis centre-back German Pizzella will be serving a 1-game red card suspension with summer signing Luis Felipe filling in. The team will be light at holding midfield with William Carvalho out and Paul Akawaku missing after his involvement in a traffic accident. The bright side is that Betis will have goalkeeper Claudio Bravo and forward Willian Jose in the squad after they had been formally registered before the deadline. Youssouf Sabaly receives the start at right back over Aider Rubel, while Sergio Canales makes his first start of the season. Thanks for watching this amazing video. And kindly subscribe, like, share, comment and click on the notification bell for awesome news vibes.